All right, what's up, traders? This is the watch this video for Thursday, September 5th. The SPY gapped up today, put in a really narrow range, and is sitting right at the top of its recent range. I've said this before. If I was a SPY trader alone, I would be short biased tomorrow because it's at the top of a range, right? It's been in a very clearly defined range, but I don't care because anything can happen, and I don't trade the SPY. So having said that, and here, look what happens when I go to 60-minute candles. I mean, that's just a slow grind. This was today, right? Just a slow grind. Just nothing was really moving that well. We still did a nice job rooting out some nice stuff. Wayne called Tilray, whole number inflection point right through 30 there with two catalysts above, high of day and yesterday's high. And it just went straight up through both of those. Fantastic call by Wayne. Couple highlights from this morning. Tops was a nasty trader, but it still met the parameters that we teach in that, on that free 37-minute clip that we took out of our trading course. It met those parameters, right? If you've watched that clip, you'll know what I'm saying. If you haven't, go watch it. We had the sellers come in, decent volume, I guess, and then I was looking at this back through the highs, which is also a half number inflection point. It opened at 850, so the red to green's right at 850, high of day just above on a morning gap play, recent reverse split, so a low float. And I got filled here and accidentally sold it all, which ended up being good because look, it rolled right over. But still, the way we teach people to trade, you get long at that red to green and into that big volume that comes in, you start scaling out. Now, I was hoping this was going to rip through 9 and rip through 10 and all of that, and I would just been scaling out as it went. But even though it rolled over pretty quickly, that was a pretty decent way to start my day. I actually made more than that in it. I think I gave some back on another tops trade later. But anyway, that's a perfect example of the red to green that we teach on our morning gaps. Another highlight from the day was PSTV. Thin stock, daily chart was primed for a bounce, had that huge move, and then 3 days lower. So then today, now switch to 5-minute candles, it just starts to curl up here and called it long. I was on the mic, long at 1350. You can see, I forgot to show my tops fill, which is right there. Limit of 851 and got filled at 849. I mean, so it was really good timing on that one. And then on this one, the 1350 trigger for PSTV, let me get that out of the way, was right there. And I even said if you didn't get that, I like it anywhere between here and the high of day break as one of our Tokyo plays. I got filled at 1350. I clicked buy again. You can see another 9 seconds later, I clicked buy again, trying to get more, and it was gone. So, but all of my sells were more than $1. So it was a nice little trade. I think this one I got like $1.76 out of it. So it was a nice little trade. It got a really nice pop here, and the thesis is really strong stock, decline for a few days on lower volume, looking for a bounce, and we're really trying to catch a low risk entry like an opening range breakout, and PSTV was certainly a nice setup there. NAV, what I'm watching for tomorrow, really nice pop here and strong volume and a pretty strong close. We'll see if we get a follow through day there. LL, I was a little depressed because it was on my watch list today, and I actually saw this sort of cup. This was yesterday afternoon's pop, right? And I saw this little cup and handle right here. So it was really interesting over $1.70, but I felt like it had come too far, $1.70, I'm sorry, $9.70. I felt like it had come too far, too quickly to get long, and so I didn't. And look what happened. The thing just went nuts. Anyway, went all the way up, hit the 200 day, and then gave back a lot of it. I still want to watch that tomorrow. Like a red to green in that one could be a nice pop. So we're going to watch that one. PSTV I just talked about. We did get that green day. Even though it closed well off of its highs, you can see that this one makes really nice intraday moves, so it goes back on watch tomorrow. I like it less tomorrow than I did today, though, just because we already had a bounce that didn't really hold up. GEVO, nice breakout over this 280 area today on strong volume and closing pretty well. So we're going to look for that one, some kind of setup, red to green or something like that. ABEO, nice inside day, closing at its highs. The whole number 3 might come into play tomorrow. You know we love whole number inflection points. And you have the potential catalyst of yesterday's high above all the way up here at 333. So maybe some volume through 3. Maybe we make a run at that 333. We'll see, right? Bed Bath & Beyond, which is BBBY, it's just kind of after this big pop the other day, it's just kind of flagging. We do not have an afternoon high of day break out of a range in that one since that big day. So it goes back on watch. Nothing pretty on this JMIA chart, except that it looked like it was rolling over yesterday, and then today a nice little pop. See the extra volume? And intraday, this is what caught my attention. This huge move, pulled back in a nice secondary move. So I do think this is worth watching. If it turns out that some of the rumors are true, this one could have a nice follow-through day tomorrow. And then, let me see, I got a couple more. ARDX had that huge day yesterday. Today, a quiet inside day on much lower volume. Sometimes you get a third day play where it rips right away again. So that one's on watch. And then Ulta, ULTA, really beaten up here. The lows back here, 224.43. And just keep in mind, this was 304 about, 4 sessions ago. I'd like to see it take out this 224.43 to the, below it, come down below it. But then if and when it gets down to that area, which is somewhere around where my cursor is, I'm going to be looking for an intraday reversal snap back up. So that one's pretty darn oversold and nearing that, recent, not recent low, but low from December. Whenever a stock gets to a clear-cut low on the chart, from the last year or so, and this is a very clear-cut low, whenever it gets there in a hurry, like this one has, and gets down below it, a lot of times you get a nice snapback bounce. So for a day trade, this one might set up. We'll see, all right? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm done babbling. We'll see y'all in chat tomorrow.